Last Friday night marked a significant moment in the Toronto Blue Jays season, because after a month-long hiatus in the big leagues, Alek Manoah came back and managed to get his first win since April 5th. But what exactly does this mean? Is Alek Manoah back to himself, or was he still missing his spots and was only bailed out by the Tigers' struggling bats? Make sure to stick around to the end of the video because we'll be doing some deep dives into what he looked like pre and post demotion. Let's get into it. The biggest takeaway from his start had to have been his ability to be more in and around the zone. Of his 94 pitches thrown, 64 were strikes. That is the most amount of strikes he's thrown this season, and he managed to throw a first pitch strike to 19 of the 23 batters he faced. Because of his ability to be more in and around the plate, he was able to go a full game without walking a single batter for the first time this season, and actually the first time since July 23rd, 2022. That's almost an entire year ago. Moving on, of all of his pitches, nothing was more encouraging to see than what he accomplished with the slider. A pitch that was very effective in 2021 and 2022, but batters have managed a .292 average and .538 slugging against it this year. But what has been most concerning about this pitch has been the drop in put-away percentage. Because of this, Alek has been forced to throw more and more pitches. Take this at bat versus Christian Bethancourt, for example. Manoah hung it right over the plate, a place where any big league batter is going to take advantage of it. Not exactly where you want to locate a slider. Fast forward to Friday, and Alek's slider was much more competitive, which was very apparent in his matchup versus Spencer Torkelson in the 6th. Alek threw his slider a little off the plate away from Torkelson and managed to catch him swinging. That strikeout also wasn't his only one with the slider. Of his 8 Ks, 4 were with this pitch, and out of the 7 sliders that finished off at bats, all of them ended in outs. This was great to see because earlier in the year he had problems finishing off at bats, which is shown by his 13% put-away percentage this year with the slider compared to 20% in 2022 and 28% in 2021. Because of this lack of ability to finish off at bats, he's been forced to throw more and more pitches per inning. And when you look by year for pitches per inning for Alek, there's a huge increase in 2023. That is why it is so crucial for Alek to be able to control this pitch, because it's one he likes to use as much as his fastball, and one that can end at bats quickly once he gets to 2 strikes. And lastly, I want to talk about the ability Manoah showed to limit the damage and to not get flustered so easily. In the 3rd inning, Andy Ibanez singled, then Jake Rogers singled after him, and later Torkelson drove in a run with another single. After his at-bat, the inning started to look like it would spiral out of control for Manoah like we had seen from him earlier this season. But instead, he settled down quite comfortably and went on to retire the next 10 batters in a row, only allowing a weak infield hit before his outing was finished. So what exactly does this mean for Alek going forward? Well, it's a little too difficult to say off of one start, but everything did look encouraging. So in the end, it was a nice welcome back to the big leagues for him, and hopefully it's a sign of better things to come. Before we wrap up here, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more Blue Jays content just like this. And while you're down there, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on Manoah's start in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.